But if you defy Donald Trump, the God Emperor, you're kicked out of the castle. And no one's defending Liz Cheney. Screw both their castle and the other castle. But Liz Cheney voted with Donald Trump 98% of the time, and just the 1% when she was like, hey, you know what? You can't do a coup on this country. And Adam Kissinger, and they were gone. So miss me with this 5% BS, yo.
So, all right, Franny, a whole bunch of things here.
Hello, everybody. How are you doing today? I hope everybody is having an excellent New Year's Eve. And I thought, you know, what better way to say goodbye to the old year and herald in the new year is to show that Cenk Uygur is getting a lot of kickback. And in this case, he's getting kickback from Francesca Fiorentini, who actually got her start as being the other chick on the Young Turks. Here, I think she is taking him to task for what she believes is a bit more than just an equitable overture to the MAGA right. And within this, you'll see just how disingenuous they are, the left is, when they shape their talking points. So basically, it all started off with this.
I think that there's a couple others. One, on the right, you guys do a great job of coalescing. Okay, so you do a couple of things well. You work together well, and you're more welcoming, if I'm being honest.
We're glad Cenk's here, right, everybody?
And a lot of people on the left know this as well. If you agree with MAGA 5%, the answer you get is welcome, right? Come join us, right? On the left, if you disagree 5%, they go, get out of here, you're a right-winger, you're a fascist, right? But if you push enough people out and you guys welcome enough people in, eventually you win the popular vote. That's what I warned them about, and that's what happened, right?
Okay, so there you are, and, you know...
Yeah, love it. Stick with 100% on what I just said there. I'm 100% right about that. So let's discuss.
Yeah, let's discuss. You had your say there, and you've been saying various degrees of that same thing. And I gotta say, like, I watched this whole, I watched the whole clip, and it started off, and I was like, this is pretty good. This is good. Like, pretty good interview. You know, I like that you're sitting down. It wasn't bad. This moment, like, truly a part of me died when I watched this.
Wow, I can't believe that.
Yeah. Oh, super. Just like shriveled up and died, floated away into the ocean. Here's what happens. Couple things. He asks you about left-wing media and why there isn't more left-wing media. Which already, as you are there, you know, in the sort of kingdom of turning points, is like, that's such a dig. Like, why are you guys so weak is effectively what he's saying. And instead of pointing out the way that TPUSA has been bankrolled by Republican mega donors out of Chicago and many other places for years now, and talking about how the Daily Wire was funded by the fracking brothers, the Wilkes brothers. Now they're fishing for new, you know, investors, whatnot, but that there is so much money on the right. He handed this answer to you on a platter, and all you said was, you know what? You guys are really good at being welcoming. People just like you. Cenk, they've got all the money.
I didn't say people just
what
like
are you
me.
talking about? That's effectively what you're good at coalescing. And here's my question to you about so that's just number one on the media, because that just stings because I'm in media. But on the 5%, if you disagree with MAGA 5%, they still welcome you. How did that work out for Liz Cheney?
Yeah. So, look, is there a part of MAGA that'll push you out? Of course. That's what we know MAGA for.
When do they push you out, Cenk? When do they push you out?
Largely when you disagree with Trump.
Exactly.
So, listen.
This is the thing that it's the unspoken thing that you're never saying, that ultimately it's all hunky-dory. Elon can tweet back at you. Vivek can listen to you. But if you defy Donald Trump, the God Emperor, you're kicked out of the castle. And no one's defending Liz Cheney. Screw both their castle and the other castle. But Liz Cheney voted with Donald Trump 98% of the time, and just the 1% when she was like, hey, you know what? You can't do a coup on this country. And Adam Kissinger, and they were gone. So miss me with this 5% BS, yo.
All right, there's a little bit to unpack here, but this is the main point that I'm trying to make today, as far as the disingenuous of the left. Okay, so Liz Cheney voted with Donald Trump 98% of the time. Now, that just means that her aims and his aims basically came together 98% of the time. But the 2% can be important, okay? Now, remember, they always say that we're only 2% away or a couple percent away genetically from a chimpanzee, but we're also only 2% away from a fruit fly. Okay, so basically the differences in what they're talking about is the differences between a chimpanzee and a fruit fly. Yeah, that was stupid. But anyway, but what I'm just trying to say is it depends on the 2%. Okay, the 2% that she disagreed with Trump, she literally stabbed the man in the back because the establishment needed somebody, okay, there as a Republican, okay, to give the January 6th committee some type of validity. And she gleefully did it with Adam Kutzinger, the little crybaby Kutzinger. So it's about the 2% that you disagree with. Thomas Massie, excellent senator. You could call him, with Rand Paul, the libertarian senators of the Senate. Okay, has disagreed with Trump in the past, vociferously, if I could borrow something from Lunch Limbaugh. Okay, he has vocally said that he disagrees with Trump on a few things. Has he been kicked out? Has he been thrown away? No. People venerate Thomas Massie. We love Thomas Massie. And as far as Rand Paul has completely and utterly disagreed with Donald Trump. Okay, but does the right hate Rand Paul? No. Okay, there was a good portion of us that wanted Donald Trump to pick Rand Paul as his vice president. Okay, so this is a completely disingenuous argument, and it's how the left works. Okay, and honestly, a lot of people do the same thing as well. I'm not going to back off of that, but the thing is that it's constant on the left. Okay, and what they did and what she is doing is she's taking one general fact that, yes, is true. Okay, but she's not showing you the shades of gray that emanate from that black and white statement, and that's where the truth lies, and that's basically what the left keeps hidden.
So, all right, Franny, a whole bunch of things here. So, number one, you're right. That's definitely how Turning Point started. Daily Wire certainly started that way. I don't know what their current funding is, but they seem to have a lot more funding than any of us do. So you're right, and I have said that in the past, and I probably should have put that in there in that particular appearance, and I will.
Now, this is a little bit more of a mea culpa from Cenk. Oh God, I wish I planned stopping it right there. That's a great picture. Anyway, this, as I said, this is a little bit of mea culpa from Cenk for not bringing up how much money is there. But you see, that money is going into, basically online information, because this is where the right is basically getting its traction. Okay, let's talk about the billions of untold billions of dollars that go into the mainstream media. ABC, NBC, CBS. Okay, this is where most, 75 to 80% of America gets its news from those big three. All right, so yes, they do put money into online media because online media is where the right can get the truth out. So at this point, that's just one of the little things. Again, she's just bitching because she's just not getting a piece of that pie. She's just not worth that Soros money, okay? Or a piece of the $20 million that Cenk got to keep TYT afloat from Jeffrey Katzenberg. But that's when he fired almost everybody except for a couple of people. So, there we go.
Mention that, and that'll really grate on their nerves, but I've got no problems telling their audience, and I tell them all the time, no, you guys have way more money. And they're always shocked by that. And I'm like, because they're swimming in money and don't realize how much we're starving out here on the left, right?
Sure.
So, and
you're starving on the left because you cannot bring in traffic. Nobody wants to listen to you, okay? This is the best part of this whole equation. All right, why the left is constantly trying to put limits on radio and online, okay, is because you're just not good enough in those two areas, okay, to get the traction that you need to get the information out or to combat in those areas.
And I talked on Tim Pool's show about that, etc. Now, when it comes to the 5%, 95%, yeah, I hear you. So it's that when you disagree with Trump, especially in the past, especially in the first term, etc., you're a goner, right? But they are pushing back even on Trump now. So, again, on things that we don't agree with, but on COVID, for example, they thought that Trump did too much COVID protections, etc.
We thought Trump did too much COVID protections at the time, Cenk. You're basically you're goalposting. Well, not necessarily goalposting. You're just picking and choosing when to highlight facts. Let's put it that way.
And there was and this is really encouraging. When I talk about Team Miriam, Marco Rubio, Elise Stefanik, Mike Huckabee, and Mike Walz. So those are the four that put in by the neocons put in by Miriam Adelson. In the old days, what I would have gotten, Franny, is no way, they're the greatest. They're not neocons. You're a liar. Trump picked them. Trump's the best. Now what I'm getting from the right-wing hosts, which is amazing, and let alone the base, they're all saying, yeah, I hear you. We got concerns about them. We got concerns. Okay. So that's the thing I never heard before. So that is a change.
That's not a change. Okay. And you did hear that before, Cenk. You just weren't listening. Okay. We did have problems with all these people before. We did have problems with the people that we considered the establishment before. Okay, so that's how we lived as Trump supporters. You also have to remember, Trump supporters are not necessarily Republicans. That's one thing that the left just does not get. And that's one thing that we all hope, because we all want Trump to throw the veritable hand grenade in the middle of government and either make it right or destroy it and then make it right, then hopefully make it back right again. What Cenk is doing is he's basically taking facts that existed before and applying them now and hoping that the people that he's talking to doesn't check it.
Now, in terms of the concept that I'm referring to, the 5%, 95%, but Franny, we're in the middle of that right now. This is the perfect example. So I started the largest progressive network. I've given, dozens of progressives opportunities they didn't have before. I started Just Democrats, et cetera, et cetera. The minute I disagree, like 5% on trans issues or crime, everybody's like, right wing, fascist, right wing. Almost every show is saying that. Almost every show. So you telling me that you don't push people out? You're pushing out the movement overall. At least the online left movement seems to be trying to push out the one network that has helped progressives more than any other network, and it's not in dispute. But my God, we have 5% disagreement. So tear it down. This is the destructive extreme left that I honestly that portion. That kind of destructive attitude is poison. It's not just poison to us, it's poison to our chances of winning, because we keep pushing people out, and then all of a sudden we lost all the swing states and we lost the popular vote. I'm trying to get our side to wake up, snap out of our hypnosis of we hate, and we hate the right wing, and they're all white supremacists, and they're all racist, and they're all sexist, and we hate, and we never go in the room with them, we hate. What the hell happened to us? And no one's allowed to disagree. We're now authoritarian. No.
Wait, Cenk, can I just clarify?
I will never allow the.
And that's basically where this portion of it could be basically ended, because this is what, again, Cenk is right as far as the attacks that he has gotten and Francesca has gotten, and she's gotten pushback from this. She's not, she hasn't left this without getting any scars. But if you go to the Jimmy Dore section of the online left, they are just ripping Cenk, okay? And I mean, they're ripping Cenk for the same thing that the Matt Walsh right is ripping Cenk for. The same thing that I've been ripping Cenk for is months. He's playing an angle. Okay, he's trying to keep his head above water. He basically is just reading the room at this point in time, and he's allowing for the fact that people are just sick of all the crap from the left. We are sick of hearing this. And again, he is right. The left has gone super nuclear over him putting his hand out, basically, to what they see as the Nazi Party. And it's insane. And it's the whole reason why Donald Trump got the victory that he did. It's the whole reason why the Republicans got the victory that he did. And hopefully it is the whole reason why we will hopefully change the way things are going and get America back on track again. So thank you guys for joining me today. Again, I hope you guys have a great New Year's Eve. Hit that subscribe button, guys. Again, I have been right about Cenk Uygur for the past couple months, and people are just coming up to it now. I mean, give me that. If you have not subscribed yet, please subscribe now. Hit the comments, okay? Hit that like button. Love it all, guys. Thank you all very much. Later.